Howdy, folks. It's Maker's Mashup, and none of my guests can make it for the week. So apparently, people have jobs, and those are more important than this show. I don't know why. But the other ones didn't have the technology to do it. But I've been trying, but by golly, we have a decent panel and 0 viewers. 2 viewers. Okay. 2 viewers. Yay. Both of my friends showed up. Appreciate it. We do have a new panel member. I'm gonna somewhat highlight her, but since I didn't prep her or anything else, I won't necessarily make the show about her. But if it turns into that, good. But I'm thrilled to have her on board because she's what I call an up and comer. One of the folks on the panel didn't know what the heck that meant, so I'll explain that. Okay, it's 12 viewers now. Obviously, people are showing up. We appreciate it. But I'm gonna introduce her last only because she is new to the panel, and I think it's kind of a neat treat. She's a youngin' but a good one, and I mean that respectfully. So we'll get to that. Maker's Mashup. I am Charles Deering. Real quickly, 6 DVDs available at. If you look under the last few videos I've done, you should see a link to buy them as Kunaki something or another, and it's under the links. And if I can remember, I'll add it to the description of this one. And the thumbs downs have started. Welcome to the haters. Appreciate it. That makes at least 16 viewers. But Shane Cole just surpassed 2,000 subscribers. Congratulations, Shane. And 2 of my DVDs were in there. So if you're a viewer of this show, contact me or I'll contact you, how the heck ever. And we'll do that. And I'm currently running a pattern special. If you buy 5 or more patterns at woodenvisions.com, you go to the patterns tab and it'll show you the pattern catalog. But I am running a pattern special. If you buy 5 or more, they're only $5. They're usually 7 or 10. And on YouTube, you wouldn't be seeing this if you didn't know my YouTube channel, but on Facebook, I am the Charles Deering. That's where I'm most active, but let's get to the panel. We're going to start from my left to right and skip the newbie, and that's a good term, by the way. We're going to skip the new person till last. Al Forte.
Hi, I'm Al Forte, Odessa Woodworking on Facebook, just for fun, and of course on YouTube.
All right, thank you very much. Oh, God, the voices are starting. Oh, no. I don't know what to do. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Al. Boy, wow, well, something I ate. Old Cranky Workshop, Chris Ahern.
Hey, guys. Chris here from the Old Cranky Workshop. You find me on Facebook and YouTube. And back to you, Charles.
No pub comment? What's all this maturity? You're going to make a new person think I'm the only weird one.
And you're not, Charles? Or what?
Hey. I
didn't know, so I was told to behave myself.
I am not the one that came in here and doing a honky tonk, and we'll get to that in a little bit. Well, apparently he's not going to the pub today.
If you can't find me there, you'll find me at the pub.
Okay, there we go. Now we're complete. Thank you, Chris. Mr. Miter Mike Murray.
How you doing? I'm Michael Murray with Miter Mike's Woodshop. I can be found on all social medias under Miter Mike's Woodshop.
Thank you very much. We move on to Mr. Paul Corliss. I don't know why you got the accent, but it's for you, okay?
Hey, okay. I'm Paul Corliss, Paul's Messy Workshop. Paul's Messy Workshop on YouTube, Paul's Messy Workshop on Instagram, paulsmessyworkshop.com. And I appreciate you having me on, Charles.
No problem. Appreciate you being here. And even if you clean up your shop, we're still going to call you Paul's Messy Workshop, by God.
I keep one corner especially messy just in case.
Just to do the promotional pictures.
That's right.
All right. Thank you, sir. We're going to move on over to, what's his face? That'd be you. Guess whose his face is? I'm kidding. It's Russ Meadows.
Thank you, Charles.
Don't forget the Z. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. Russ Meadows from Rusty Nails with the Z Woodshop. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, wherever. But don't find me in the pub looking for Chris.
Good Lord, y'all are all switching up your routine this week. Usually you're there with him.
That's because I already drank all his beer money.
He did, and I'm trying to be better.
Dag nabbit. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and introduce my esteemed, loving co-host that couldn't make it today. So Russ O'Clarity is here. What's up, Russ?
Wow, really?
Oh yeah, you've never even remotely negatively jumped on me. Okay, we're good. You want to introduce yourself for the 3 people that don't have a clue?
I'm Russ Clarity. You can find me. Just type in simply Wooden Creations into Google. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and I have my own website, simplywoodencreations.com.
All right, thank you. I love how everybody is switching themselves up. Al Forte is the only one that was himself, and Mike Murray. Everybody else and Paul, but everybody else acted all innocent. But this is usually the whole group that's slamming Charlie the whole show. But when I do it, oh my God, stop it!
I don't think you know what you're talking about. We never do that.
Oh yeah.
I agree with Russ.
Yeah,
Not to
okay,
mention, we have a young, impressionable woodworker here. We need
Don't make me get the belt. Don't make me get the belt. Okay, we are going to have a relatively general discussion, but I am also proud. Thank you for the viewers, by the way. I'm not watching the chat, so I don't know who all's out there. But thank you all for being here. But we have a new person amidst. She's not new to social media, but I just met her, so she's new to me. What can you do, eh? Her name is, well, I'll let her introduce herself. She is a young lady out of Pennsylvania, and she is what I call an up-and-comer, which means relatively new to scroll sawing as well as scroll saw pattern designing. And I think she's not doing a half-bad job, so I'm tickled to introduce her. I met her through Lee Nyden. And Jessica, if you don't mind unmuting yourself, just tell everybody where they can find you, including your Facebook page and personal profile if you want to give that out. All your social media. If I ever shut up, you can talk. By God, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Jessie Bame, and you can find me on Facebook by searching either Jessie Bame or going to my business page on Facebook called Awesome Saws Designs.
Okay, Awesome Saw Designs, and her last name.
Designs.
Awesome. Say that again.
Awesome Saws Designs.
Awesome Saws Designs. Okay, so saws is plural. Right? Okay.
Yeah.
Last name is spelled Boehm.
Yeah.
So, because I knew I'd have to spell that, because I don't see no name on Facebook. Awesome Saws Designs. So, you should be able to find that. You can find her through that and all that other stuff. But I'm just tickled to death because you don't have to mute yourself, Jessica, because you're the one I'm babbling to. But I appreciate the respect. No, she uses. Well, I can let her tell you all this, but she's already started designing designs, and they're not bad. You can tell what they are, and they don't look scribbled, and I'm tickled for her. But Jessica, I know you don't have a way of screen sharing because you're on your phone, but you have a cutting. I hate when people do this chat thing. I can't see through it, so I don't hate. Anyway, that's too strong of a word. Anyway, Jessica is going to show us some of her work, and I believe some of it she's designed. At least the one she showed me yesterday, she did, and I think it's kind of like Sheila Landry, an elegant way of showing detail, but it doesn't look like a newbie design. And I'll shut up and let her show you. Oh, and first, if you want to tell everybody what I know that you've already mentioned your Facebooks. Do you have Instagram, Twitter, and all that other fancy stuff, or?
No, I don't. I had to have my boyfriend actually set up my Facebook because I'm terrible with computers. The only reason I have a Facebook is because I do my woodworking and want to be able to show people. Awesome.
Okay, so whatever is easiest for you as far as showing your work, we'll just let you do it. And as Russ will let us know if anybody in the outside chat has any. When we talk about outside chat, there's a YouTube watch page where people are talking live as we're doing the show. So if anybody has any comments and or questions, Russ will let you know.
Yep, I will. I'm watching. We got Jim Bashir's out there, Sterling Davis, and Sterling Wooden Stuff, which is Steve French, Paul's Messy Work. What are you doing out there, Paul? Scott's out there. Ron, Jim Bashir's, Ken McCrory, those are just a few that's out there watching.
Alrighty. Thank y'all all for being here. And Jessica, if you want to just show some of your stuff, talk about it if you want to, or just say, hi, I did this next, however you want to do it.
Sure. Let me turn the thing around.
Oh, the camera on the phone.
Oh, sorry, I pushed the wrong button.
No, it's okay. That stuff happens. Trust me.
I said I'm not good with computer.
Let me present you, and I can hide the panel and make it easier for. That is her design, folks, that she just showed us, not the Hulk of the cutting. I just think that's plumb neat. I mean, it's
pretty neat. That is neat.
Yeah.
I mean, you're typical, and this is not to disrespect anybody. It's your typical newbie design. It looks like a beginner design, but that one looks like an established designer did a simple design that works and yet shows suggests the detail, if not right out shows it. But being like most of us, she critiques her own work. There was already one thing she didn't like about it, but I said whatever works for you, however you want to do it. But do you have anything else you want to show us? Or
I actually have a bunch of stuff right now if you want to see
go, girl. Absolutely. People are sick of our stuff.
Well, this is actually wood burning that I did, not scroll saw, but Batman.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wow.
Did you design that?
No, I found it on Google. Here's a candle holder that I did.
Okay, if you don't mind showing these slightly longer so people have a chance to see them.
Oh, sorry.
It's quite all right.
Yeah.
Go ahead and say what you want to say, Russ. Thank you, Jessica.
Oh.
I didn't know Russ couldn't.
No, it's let her go on with all her stuff, and then afterwards I'll.
Oh, okay. Okay, go ahead, Jessica. That's very nice.
Here's a set of trivets that I did. Made out of oak.
That is pretty. You don't scroll or design like a new person. Something, the genetics of the new generation is something's up here.
Does your boyfriend do woodworking as well?
Let me turn it around. We actually met in the shop classes, wood shop and metal shop in high school, so a little bit.
Oh yeah, cool.
That's awesome. I didn't even know schools had wood shop anymore.
They're trying to get rid of them, which really sucks.
Oh, that is wrong.
People need the shop classes. There was a guy in my shop class that he didn't know the difference between a flathead and a Phillips head screwdriver.
Oh, Lord. Hey, he's probably a snowflake.
Tell him to turn his man card.
Yeah. His man card is deleted. Wow, Phillips head. Wow. I'm sure there's a story behind why it became Phillips head. I mean, apparently the guy that invented it might have been named Philip, but that'd make too much sense. Although the show isn't completely about you, since you are new, I'd like to ask open questions up to you if anybody has any they'd like to add. But how long have you been scrolling and or designing?
I guess about 5 years.
Wow. And it shows.
Watch out, Charles.
I know.
Watch your job, Charles.
Yeah.
I done told her. I told her yesterday. I said, by the time you're my age, people won't know who the heck I am. Because a lot of people like to forget now. But
if she pulls up a portrait that looks better than yours, you have to get out of the hot seat, brother.
Well, as long as the portrait is not of me, then she'll have fans. But if it's of me, then
that's why I don't even show the one I did of you anymore.
Well, in your defense, the picture you had to work from. In your defense, the picture you had to work from wasn't all that. But I'm just not getting prettier with age. But does anybody on the panel have any questions for Jessica?
I just have a comment.
On computer? Oh, okay, go ahead.
Jessica, that one scroll that you did of the evergreen tree, I think it's really neat how the grain looks like the trunk of the tree coming up in through the tree.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I kind of missed that. I saw the tree, but I didn't catch the trunk thingy.
Well, that's because you're getting old.
All right, here comes the compliments. Okay. So,
Okay, I found out it's Sir Henry Frank Phillips invented the Phillips screwdriver, and is actually first called the crosshead screwdriver.
Well, you
Go
put it up
Phillips.
top of that one, didn't you?
Car makers,
yeah,
too.
Al Forte posted that right when you did.
Yeah, the crosses give you more torque too. It was invented for the car makers.
Well, I honestly don't know why they still have flat-headed screws, because they're a pain in the patootie. I'm trying to be friendly, or family friendly. Pain in the hind end to use. I mean, you do one turn, it's trying to slide off the side. Why the hell do they still make those? Yes, I said a cuss word. Oh yeah.
Isn't it great when it slides off and jams you right in the hand?
Yeah. Well, I try to avoid that part, but why the heck do they still make flat-headed crap? Anyway. Yeah. So
I don't know. I don't even use either one of them anymore. I use the torque screw.
Well, fine. You just got to be different, don't you?
It's Jessica.
I got a question for
Yes,
Jessica.
yes,
Jess, where do you see yourself going? If you want to improve and start a YouTube page, or is that what your goal is?
I've been doing a lot of craft shows and stuff. Selling off of Facebook, stuff like that.
Nice.
Awesome.
So-
Now, you are going to start a YouTube channel.
I like the work.
Oh, I wish you could read the chat right now.
Well, go ahead and tell us.
Sterling says, "How in the world did you get hooked with Charles? Bless your heart." And Katie Dotson said, "Because she's young, she don't know any better."
God, y'all are going to make this girl think they're...
I like to read these.
Now, Jessica, I swear...
Or she said,
this is how-
she said she's a child. She don't know any better.
Well, she's 20, but, I mean... Y'all are going to make Jessica think that I have this hidden criminal past and stuff.
You don't?
He does.
Well, I wouldn't say hidden.
I'm just joking.
I know. Oh, Lord. But, yeah,
He
like
might
you were
not
saying,
be a
Jess,
criminal, but he's wanted in 3 states.
nobody wants me. We all know that. See, I have to self-deprecate just to join everybody else. But Jessica was saying earlier that that's how friends act. So apparently, I got a lot of friends. But yeah. But Jessica, if you can, I would start a YouTube channel, because it just couldn't hurt. And you can use your phone to film. I mean, you don't have to be the next movie director kind of thing. I mean, however you want to do it. I mean, there's a lot of people in the community if you want to ask advice and or opinions, and of course you can do what you want to do. But as you know, it'd be awesome to see you start a YouTube channel.
Yeah, you can be very simple with your phone first, work your way up. I mean, I started with my phone, then I got a GoPro, and even just last year I went and got a regular Canon video camera. You don't have to go right to the top.
I think
I've seen some great videos with just the phones. Look at Jimmy DeResta's stuff. And, a lot of his stuff was done with the phone.
I think you have to be 21 to have a YouTube channel too.
No.
I don't want to say don't listen to him, but there's a
I
question
thought he was serious for a second, but then I realized who was saying it.
He had me stop and think for a second too. So
you can tell me 30 times my name ain't Charlie, and I'll start to believe you. I'm really influenceable. We're gonna pretend that's a word.
Okay, Floyd.
Yeah.
Anything you say, Floyd.
All right, Beth. All right. Do I even want to know what the heck's being said in the chat there, Russ? Are they still complimenting the heck out of me?
No, they're talking about her YouTube or her Facebook thing is awesome. Saws designs. Not really. They're chatting back and forth.
Steve French has shorts older than her, he says.
Jessica,
I think I attest to how old Steve French really is, though. So.
Yeah, really.
Jessica, as you get more and more active in the community, especially these hangout shows, if they're smart enough to have you on their panel, you will notice that pretty much the same people watch all your shows, mine, Russ's, and Lee's. Russ has a few more because he's obviously doing better, but you will notice that there's a banter like we're doing here on the panel. It's just we all have a weird way of showing our love for each other. they're really weird about their love for me, or I prefer to call it abuse, but you know, whatever you want to call it. But
Love you, Charles.
love you too.
You have to remember to make me a moderator or whatever your channel, so I can post links in your chat, because you haven't done that.
You can be a moderator. You just can't on chat. Chat itself doesn't allow links.
Chat itself doesn't allow links?
Does not. Yes, well, you have to spell out .com or even space that out a little bit, because it knows when you're trying to put a link. But you can just put everything before the .com and leave the .com off, and people will know where to go.
All right, let's try it.
Again, she being Jessica Bame, has a woodworking page. It was Awesome Saws, that's plural, designs, or design.
Design.
Okay, without
designs. Yeah.
Okay.
Design. Sorry.
Okay, so that's the saws and designs are plural, so it's Awesome Saws Designs. So I want to see her like count go up after the show, even though she's been mean to me before the camera came on. Just saying.
No, she wasn't.
She's joining right in. It's okay.
No, she wasn't.
Stop it.
Love is painful.
Yes.
Hey,
Oh,
Jessica,
don't I know it?
Jessica, do you like doing more scroll sawing or what's that word? I had it on my tongue. Oh,
Designing?
no, the
DMC?
Intarsia?
Intarsia. There you go. Thank you.
I think
They're
I
both-
prefer just scrolling. I do really like the Intarsia stuff, but like stuff like what I was showing you before with the birds, I prefer doing that.
Me too. Oh, by the way, just to call Mike out, since everybody's been friendly to me. Sorry, Mike, you haven't been mean to me yet, but I'm sure I'm about to bring it on. They're both done with the scroll saws, so they're both technically scrolling. One is considered fretwork ish. Of course, I'm no expert, but I pretend to be on TV. Anyway, so one of the topics I wanted to bring up, even though we brought it up in the past, we all have different methods and ways and what does better in what areas than other. You talked about how you've done shows. What have you had the most success with on shows? And we can do the whole panel on this, but I'll go to Jessica first since she hasn't been on a show before. But what does best at the shows you go to?
Well, I did one in December that it sold a lot of ornaments.
Awesome. Do you think it was the price or the design or both?
I think mostly the design, because there were some that I sold like a lot. Like there were some that I sold out of, and there were some that I had like 5 or 6 left of them. So I think it was a combination of the price and the design.
Was it? You said it was in December.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I can see how ornaments would do great.
Yeah.
Aside from ornaments, did you have any themes that seemed to do better in your area than other themes?
The tree that I just showed, that I got like 6 or 7 orders for.
Wow.
I sold lots of those.
Nice.
I need you to represent me at shows.
Charles needs help.
Yeah, there it goes. No, and I know everybody in the chat and everybody in the panel can agree that what sells best sometimes can be universal. A lot of crosses you do well in a lot of areas, but we had a hangout once where at least in Jamie Page's opinion, crosses didn't do very well in the UK. It might have been his area, I don't know, but that tends to be somewhat universal to do well because a lot of people collect crosses. But I'll just go down the line. Al, what sells best in your area that you found, or gets the most interest, even if it doesn't sell?
My one and only, it seems, the folding picnic benches is what I've been selling. Maybe a sign or two, but not much more than that. Since I just kind of do it for fun. But I don't know.
Put you on the spot, didn't I?
Yeah, I'm in there going.
That's what you get for being alphabetically first in line. I got to come to you first.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay. Live long and prosper, my friend. Chris Ahern.
Yes.
He's a Trekkie, Jessica. Chris, what does best in your area, sir? Whether or not it's scrolling.
Honestly, I will make things that people request. I don't go out of my way to sell and move things. But I can tell you right now, up here in the more urban areas in the Northeast, crosses are not going to be high on the list. Yeah, we have the Irish Catholic communities, but they'd rather go to the religious stores and buy theirs.
Okay.
So they're not going to be buying the homemade crosses. But I can see where down south, yeah, absolutely. If I was living down there, I'd be banging those things out like there's no tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah. I don't do very many shows due to anxiety, and that's not about what the show's about. But the few I've done, crosses rocked it. But it might have been because those were cheaper than my other stuff. I tend to do pieces a little bit big.
I make the Noah's Arks. I make a Noah's Ark set, and if I was living down south, I could be making a fortune off it. They just don't sell big up here in the urban areas.
Well, come on down.
Here's the problem. I don't want to live down south, so that's.
I don't want to be close to you, Charles. Okay.
No, I want to be close to my Red Sox.
Oh well, whatever floats your boat.
They're winning 3-0, and they're winning 3-0 right now.
Awesome. I hate baseball, but I'm sure somebody else watching likes it, so I'm just kidding. Mike, I know you just recently got into scrolling, but you've already sold like 2 or 3 horses or more, haven't you?
Oh yeah, just 2. I'm trying to sell the 3rd one, but that's the only thing I've ever sold.
Okay, aside from scrolling, or you mainly do woodwork out of necessity, don't you? It's not so much a buy, make it and sell it kind of thing, or I don't recall.
No, yeah, mainly I'm trying to get more into selling more things, but majority of the stuff is home, home renovation and building things for family.
For those that just joining us, he was a featured guest in the past, right after Andrew Berkey, I believe. And love you called a coffered ceiling?
Yes, coffered ceiling.
That was so awesome. I'm going to check my change jar and see if I can have you come to Texas and do that for me. Thank you, Mike. Mr. Paul Corliss, what works best for you, mister?
I'm just amazed that, people sell stuff?
I can relate to that one.
Wow.
Fun. Here you go.
Man, I might have to try that. Sterling wanted to know if Jessica sells her plans.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I do.
There you go, Sterling.
I wouldn't sell them to Sterling, though.
Does Jessica have an Etsy store that she sells on?
No, but I've been trying to figure out how to do that. I've had issues with that.
Oh, have you?
Just trying to set up my shop on it.
But she does have her Facebook page. There,
Facebook page.
Awesome Saws Designs. Saws and Designs is plural. And I'll let her decide whether or not she wants to repeat her actual personal profile name. If people want to add her that way, it's up to her. But yeah, she sells the designs.
That's all I got is I didn't know people could sell stuff.
So how many designs do you have to date that you would feel comfortable selling?
Think about probably 6, 5 or 6.
Awesome.
I'm not sure.
But they're $100 a piece, so buy them now before they go up.
Do you have an Instagram?
No, I don't.
You need to open up an Instagram.
Yeah. He was paying attention to the outside chat, so he didn't hear me ask you earlier. She gets confused with stuff online or computers in general, I think, Russ. And that's why her boyfriend had to help her with Facebook. Go ahead.
But Instagram goes on your phone, so it's a real easy.
Yeah, it's done solely through your phone. You upload pictures and basically progress stuff or finished projects, blah, 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 blah. And some people have their biggest following on Instagram. So, I mean, if something you want to consider, I'm not the one to talk to because I'm not very active on there, but I am on there. But yeah, one thing you'll learn about the scrolling and making and woodworking community in general is they're very helpful. So any questions you have,
yeah,
if you
put it out there, someone will give you a hand. If I can figure it out, Jessica, anybody can.
Boy, ain't that the truth?
Ain't that the truth? About time somebody slams somebody else. My God. I feel so.
No, Russell said.
And that was Russell, not Russ.
Yeah. Okay, we just went to Paul. So, what's your face? I keep forgetting your face. Russ Meadows.
I can't believe
We're friends, aren't we? We've been friends for so long. I've done forgot your name. What works best in your area, sir?
Nothing.
Well, Dag Blab, we're both in Texas. For those that don't know, we're both in Texas, but I'm sort of central. He's off to the east, southeast
Corner. Yeah. I do a lot of selling off of Facebook as well. That's mainly where I get sales at that and word of mouth. But I've been selling a lot of the Bulldog plaques that I made, the pallet. I've been selling a lot of those. And the word on word.
The word and word. Yeah.
Yeah. I've sold a ton of those.
That's
and
awesome.
That's all basically. And crosses. I got a lot of crosses that I sell. I'm so tired of making them. I mean, so many of them.
Jesus, I love you, but I need to stop this for a minute, okay?
Let me take a break. But I'm in the particular spot of being backed up with work. I got so much stuff lined up, I can't keep up with it.
That's a good darn problem to have. I failed to mention. I'll get to you in a second, Russ Clarity, but I was referring to actual sales for me. But I mean, if we're going by interest, most interest seems to go towards my Native American and cowboy, cowgirl type stuff. It might be a southern thing, I don't know, but those are also my favorite things to do besides really detailed animals. But on to Russ Clarity.
Finally, you get to me.
Well, it's an alphabetical thing, mister. Lucky I don't have a logo. I'd be stuck behind my own logo.
Also, did Jessica drop out? Yep, she's not here.
Yeah, we lost Jessica, but we'll remember her in our.
Remind me to tell her too whenever she comes back that if she has Instagram and links it to Facebook, when she posts to Instagram, it automatically posts over to Facebook also.
I did not know that.
Yes, you can set it up to post.
Really? You do the same thing with Twitter, I think, and I'm trying to turn that off because
the same thing with Twitter, each one of them. But
I'm really go ahead.
What sells best around here? Religious stuff, crosses, anything, including crosses, religious. So it's my number one seller here in the South. Reason Chris and them don't get so many crosses and stuff up there sold because they're atheists. I mean, I'm never.
Okay, just Jessica is back, but let me get to her after Russ repeats what he just said because I missed it.
What?
I know it was a cut down. The whole panel got on.
They don't sell crosses and stuff up there very good is because they're eighth. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Russ, where do you sell most of your stuff?
Well, now I tried for a while at flea market.
He doesn't sell it. He goes down the chimney and leaves it for people.
Stuff, but they don't. You have to realize at a flea market down here, when you put your wares out, they come up and they think it's like you're supposed to Jew you down. So if you want to get $10 out of something, you better put $20 on it and let them bring you down to 10. Yeah. So, I just didn't care for it. Didn't sell. I mean, I sold some, but everybody had to walk up, and I put $5 on an item. Well, I'll give you $3.50 for it. I
hate that.
I know. I look at it and go, I think I got the price on it. And you go, yeah, you got the price on it, but I'll give you $3.50. I'm like,
yeah. I don't need $3.50. I got this thing. If it sells, I'll get $5. Thank you.
So that's right.
It depends on the market. If you're at a flea market, you go in there expecting to try to talk people down.
Yeah, I don't even do that because I respect the price tag on it. That's what somebody wants for it. If I got it, if I want it, I'm paying it. I don't understand.
That's not a flea market.
I thought I was the one that's supposed to be talking here.
Oh, you were, but it's my show and I'm rude. So go ahead and go back to you, Russ.
Anyway, so that's the reason I just got out of that. And we don't have that many craft. That's the one thing about it is craft shows down here, like a lot of you do up there in the north. I know craft shows are really big up north, and that's where people sell their stuff. we have the alternative, which is a flea market down here, and like I said, they try to Jew you down. But so you know, I sell just as much word of mouth now that I've got my customer base built up. In other words, as I ever did at any flea. I sell more, matter of fact, word of mouth, and people now know me than I ever did at the flea market or whatever. Two things I do want to bring up. Number one, Donna Presley had surgery today on her foot. She's at home. It was an inpatient, outpatient thing, but she's at home. She's recovering. She's actually told that she has to stay off her feet for 3 weeks. Wow,
she won't do it.
I know.
We're thinking about you, Donna.
She's out there in the chat, so we love you, Donna. I hope you're feeling better. I hope you're doing good. That's the first thing. And then the other thing that I wanted to talk about was, and I forgot to whenever I introduced myself, was the pallet challenges up and going. We just come off of the Whirligig Wars, and now the pallet challenge is going out there. That runs from August 1st to August 31st, and we're doing very well. We've got quite a few sponsors that have come on board. SawStop was our recent one that just came on board, which we're very happy about that. And so when I say we're, it's because Sterling Davis, as everybody knows, usually does the pallet challenge, and he turned that over to me this year. And Sterling's out there in the chat. Thank you, Sterling, for reminding me, because I did kind of forget that. On my show, I have a list of notes, so I remember things to talk about. So anyway, but yeah, just remember the pallet challenge. We got a lot of goods. And if any of y'all are out there listening that have woodworking, we've got Desert Bum Woodworking, Shane's Hobby Shop, James Jacob over there at Jimmy has donated stuff for the pallet challenge. If you're out there and have your own channel and want to donate something for the pallet challenge, just get a hold of me or Sterling, and we'd be more than happy to accept whatever you want to give us. And yes, Sterling says I'm working hard on it, and Sterling he's been sending emails and contacting sponsors, and we're trying to get everything going up. I've got everything. If you want to know more about the pallet challenge, you go to my website, simplywoodencreations.com. Go over to, I'm giving a shameless plug, go over to challenges and scroll down. The drop box will come open. You'll see the 2017 pallet upcycle challenge. Click on that, and all the information you need to enter is there. And if you please become a sponsor, we need pallets. Anyway, so yeah, but if we can use some more prizes, I have a good feeling that we're going to turn out have a lot of people enter. But back to what you were talking about, yeah.
Now, well, Russ, just to let you know, begging is my forte. No offense, Al.
I do think that's no offense too, by gosh. You look just like Charles.
Yeah, I know. I felt sorry for him. It's like, God, that's what I look like when I beg. Back to you, Russ. Back to you.
Yeah, but like I said, so my word of mouth is what I sell now. I have people that watch my Facebook page that are friends of mine, and you may not even know they're there because you're not friends with them, but they'll see me post something like a new pin or something, or they'll contact me and say, hey, I need this made. Can you make this? And they'll send me a picture or something. And I'll say, yeah, I can do that. So I make more that way than I ever did. And I don't have the frustration of setting up the stupid flea market, fighting the rain, fighting the bugs, fighting those beep people.
You can say it. If we can't get away with one cuss word every few weeks, I think we're good.
Fighting those people out there at the flea market, and I do very well. So
awesome. Oh, by the way, on the flea market topic, Chris was kind of right. I don't remember his wording on it, but at a flea market, that's sort of the going thing is to try to bargain. But my personality is why I don't like the whole bargaining thing, because people, well, at least in most cases, I mean, some people just go around the yard sales and buy the leftovers and try to sell them at a flea market. But I mean, for people like us that make things, I just, maybe I'm overthinking it, but I think it's disrespectful to try to talk somebody down. I mean, unless it's ungodly priced.
I tend to agree with you, Charles, on made products, but it also depends on the venue you're in. If you're at a craft sale, a craft show, the price is the price. That goes without saying. I won't try to dicker what price is there. If I'm at a flea market, I'm sorry, you're at the flea market because you want to get rid of stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And so if you're going to overload on stuff you made, you went to the flea market to unload. So I see it differently depending on the venue.
You know, you're right about the craft, and I said that before about the craft. We have one craft show that I know of within a probably 25 or 30. I mean, there's some over in Tampa and some in Orlando, but in this area, probably within a 20 or 30 mile radius, we have one craft show over in Lakeland, and they do very well for those people there. But let me explain something to you. First off, you have to know somebody to get in. It's a closed group. They've got their little clutches and their little paws into City Hall downtown. I don't mind. I don't give a flip if they find out I'm talking about them either, because but they got their little claws down in downtown, so in the City Hall downtown, so they can only sell through them. And number two is they don't only allow, like if I did scroll saw work, in other words, there's no other person that come in selling scroll saw stuff. If I did turning, there's no turning bowls. There's no other. They'll allow one bowl turner, one scroll saw person, one quilter, one. Just one.
They have no idea what a free market's all about. Them.
Yeah, I can sort of see their angle, but I don't agree with it. But I mean, diversity is probably what they're going for, but not thinking about, people just want to show their stuff. And I probably didn't need to use the word craft show, because I've never been at a craft show. I've just been at the kind of shows that are like a festival and they have vendors. But
well, again, I think that falls into the craft show venue. You're at a show that's got a music stage and food vendors and stuff. That's different. You come in, this is my product, I made it, this is the price. When you go to a flea market where a guy cleaned out his garage and set it up next to a guy who made all the parts by hand, that changes the atmosphere right there.
Absolutely.
So I'm going in there looking to get deals, and I don't care if you made it by hand. I came in here looking for deals.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I'd love to be in a shop somewhere, but I don't. Y'all know me. I hate when I sound arrogant, but whenever.
Dan, I hate to interrupt you this, but I want to pass by because I think this is funny. Dan Inglewood from Dan Inglewood Designs over there, he posted, he goes, when it comes to flea markets and yard sales, my family calls me, let's make a deal, Dan.
Yeah. But thank you for that, Dan and Russ. I don't get to get it and this is my own fault, because you know how I like to do artsy-fartsy, big stuff, detailed. But I don't get to be in a lot of shops because they don't want, unless they consider themselves a high-end shop, they don't want to have to mark something up so high that it's out of the possibility of selling. That being said, I've been to places where they're selling a wagon wheel for $300. I'm thinking, really? Yeah, maybe that's just me.
Well, again, it goes to your market. If you said the wagon wheel, a good example. If there were a guy, from renovating a house, and they want especially down south, the wagon wheel on the front lawn, they're going to pay that $300 without blinking twice.
Well, I bought one for $30 at Tractor Supply. It looks wooden, but it's I don't know. I understand the premise of consignment type shops, but at least the ones I've seen, and this is totally sort of off topic, but to me it just looks like a bunch of areas that got divided up and people threw their junk in it. I don't like stores like that. I mean, I want to, and I appreciate what they're doing, but it does look like it's almost like a flea market that is divided into sections, but it's in this little cramped up little store, and it looks like a cluttered mess to me. And that's no disrespect to people that run those things or are in them, but the majority of them just look like a bunch of people dump their junk hoping to sell it. And it just.
That sounds like you go to a place where there are different vendors all under one roof.
Yeah.
And they all have a booth. They're all selling their own stuff. My wife and I are renovating an old house. We're always looking for old house parts, whether it be hinges or doorknobs.
Yeah. We
have to go deal with those guys. Yeah, like you say, we paid $50 for a doorknob because it matched the house.
Supply and demand. Well, it is supply and demand. That's the exact definition of it.
We sell this house later. That detail could make all the difference.
Absolutely.
It's an original, aged, old doorknob. You know, it makes the difference. We didn't know it was as bad as it is until we got into this project. So
now, Jessica, do you mainly do shows or stuff like, you know, churches having a craft sale kind of thing? I mean, I know you don't do a whole lot of shows, but I mean, what kind of shows do you generally do?
Well, can you guys see me? I can't see you.
Yes, we can hear you.
we can see you.
No,
I mean, yes, we can see you. Yes. Sorry.
Okay, well, I can't see
We
you
see your
guys.
smiling face.
That's probably a good thing that you can't see us, but I'm sorry that you're having that problem.
That's okay. I did a church one, and I guess it was April, and I did I did one at my old school in December, and like the church one was a really small one. The school one was fairly big. There's a lot of people there, and I'm gonna be doing one in September at in Penn Township. It's in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I forgot to mention for those that don't. Yeah, for those that don't know, she is located in Pennsylvania. Scroll Saw Woodworking and Crafts, I believe, it's a scroll sawing magazine. I'm sure you've heard of it. They're located in I want to say, I know they're in Pennsylvania. I can't think of the name of the city. But do you get that magazine, or have you heard of it, Jessica?
I'd have to hear the name. I'm not sure.
Scroll Saw Woodworking and Crafts. I'm trying to remember their website. They're the only scroll sawing magazine that's not, or well, Lee Nyden has Scroller's Choice, but I'm talking about the big. I guess you haven't heard of it. We can help you locate it if you're interested. It's scroll saw specific.
Yeah, definitely.
Scroll Saw Woodworking and Crafts is the name of it, so you could Google that and find the website, but I can't think of it right off the top of my head. I know it has the word scroll in it, so I'm good. Did anybody in the chat have any feedback regarding shows and or opinions and blah 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 blah?
I don't know at this moment. I'm trying to get back over in the chat. For some reason, this stupid computer decided to lock up on me.
It happens to me a lot.
I'm watching it. The only thing I can see in the chat right now is somebody asked, does Jessica have a channel?
Not a YouTube channel yet, and I should have let her answer that. But go ahead, Jessica. Do you have a channel?
No, I do not.
Will you be getting one? You're on the spot. Are you going to start a YouTube channel or what?
I might. Not sure.
Okay. That'll hold some of us over, but I'm going to bug her. Start one. Anyway, still got 10 minutes left, so I got to think of something to talk about.
I know that Jerry Brown and Shannon
Fargo.
Yeah, they both do craft shows all the time.
Yeah.
And make fairly decent sales out of them. I know Shannon does. He's always got stuff to take over there. And Jerry's the same way.
I wish we had them here. I really do, but for some reason, I don't know what the problem is, but they don't have. I think I'll start my own damn craft show.
Shannon's is like a farmer's market kind of thing, and they have crafts in there as well. And I don't know about Jerry's, but I know he's always making stuff for the shows. So
yeah, Jerry is almost every post I've ever seen from him. He's at a farmer's market or you know he's not afraid to get it all out there to you know, generate sales, whatever the case may be. And I feel safe assuming it's his passion. I mean, I don't think it's strictly income based. I mean, he appears to like what he's doing, and he's done turning, and he's done CNC work. I think he's done scrolling. It's probably gathering dust right now, but
yeah.
But yeah, that I'm totally dried up mentally right now. But
all right, we only got 8 minutes left.
Charles, let me ask Jessica a quick question. Jessica, is your Facebook page the one with the deer and the oval?
Yeah.
As your profile? Wow. I'm looking at some of your pictures. That is some awesome work.
Well, screen share, man. She can't. She's on a phone, so you gotta show for her.
You're gonna have to use my screen share because I can't see anything.
Okay, Chris, I love you, but I'm going to walk you through screen share since she's not able to do it on her phone. So do it for
Okay, you do
Jessica,
that for me.
okay? So
Okay.
move your cursor till you see the icon. Click on the green rectangle with a white arrow in it.
Got it.
And once you do that, click on full screen, then minimize the hangout and click on whatever you're wanting to show. And I'm going to present you so people can see all Jessica the work.
Oh, wait, I had the porn off my screen first.
Yeah. Okay, all you got to do is minimize the hangout we're in. That way we're in infinity right now. But
Sorry.
yeah, there we go. This is Jessica's page.
It's awesome. There's a bunch of stuff on there. It's good.
I mean, look at this stuff. This is fantastic work.
I'm telling you. She's the next big thing.
I wouldn't go that far.
That's a naked deer, huh?
Quiet you.
Jessica, remember me when you get big. You know, that's that goofy guy that mentioned me on his show.
I love that bowl.
You love that what?
I love that bowl at the bottom. It's got the insignia or the
this one.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
How long you been doing this, Jessica?
About 5 years.
Wow.
Wow.
That's
Just,
amazing.
I'm amazed. That is fantastic.
Go, Jessica. Go, Jessica. No, we'll call her Jessie. I feel like I've known her a couple of days, so I'll start calling her Jessie. There's one of her craft show setups I noticed on a table.
Oh, neat.
That's plum
Jess,
nifty.
that's some great work.
Thank you.
We're so proud.
Jess, I hate to tell you, you're one of us now.
Oh, God.
That's a
Just
good
please tell me I'm not anything like her.
Jess, I might have to steal that design. I like that.
Which one?
She can't see us. It's a reindeer with a collar on and a string through its antler.
Oh, that's the ornament. Okay.
And that ornament also got some wood burning in there too, or not? Yeah, that looks cool. I like that.
That's very cool.
Is that your design, Jessica?
No, I forget where I got that.
No, I stole it.
For you.
No, just say yes. It's my design. So I have to
You
say.
got a good variety going on.
Some of
Yeah,
that,
she does. That's
a few of that stuff I recognize as Steve Good stuff.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, she's 20 years old and already rocking it, and dagnabbit, nobody can know who the hell I am. Those are coasters. I guess those are coasters.
Yeah, I think they're coasters.
The coasters are zebra wood, babinga, and African mahogany.
Ooh, I love the babinga.
Jeez.
Boy, she even works in fancy wood.
We're looking at a segmented dog, or I guess you could call it intarsia, but no, it looks like it's stained, so it's probably segmentation, but it's a dog with a green ball.
Oh, the beagle. I made that for my Nana a while ago.
Jess, you just made me a fan. I'm a fan. I have 3 beagles.
For those that watching, wondering why I'm telling her what's on the screen is because she's not able to see us. That's why I'm saying what we're looking at.
I got disconnected, and then whenever I came back on, I just can't see anyone.
Did you sort of put wood burning off to the side to do scrolling, or do you try to combine the two?
Sometimes I combine the two a little bit. Like there's I did a Prescott Beach sign with the words, and then there's in the corner there's a little palm tree that I wood burned.
Awesome. That elk is outstanding.
Thanks. It's like 200 pieces.
Googly moogly.
Months to do.
It's right up your alley, Charles. It's 2 foot tall.
Googly moogly. She's trying to steal my size thunder too. Dagnabbit. What do you recall who that designer was? It looks like it could be Judy Gale or Kathy Wise.
Love her work.
Absolutely. Another good feller is Bruce Worthington. Of course, I'm a little biased because I'm working with him, but very good work. I see a German Shepherd in Tertia. Oh, there's another show set up. Very nice.
Tell me when to stop.
It's up to you. Whatever pace you want to go at.
I don't care. I'm showing her work, not mine. I like that.
Dr. Jan.
Chris, show the clock. when you get a chance, if you don't mind.
All right, sure.
Oh, is that one of those North American plaque thingies? No, I don't know if I've seen that in that book or not, but that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that is nice. I like
Looking
that.
at I think it's a wolf clock.
Oh yeah.
10 inches in diameter, $70. That's not bad, actually.
Matthew something. I don't remember.
That's
He's
nice.
quite all right.
Nice work. And there's the tree.
Yeah, there's a tree with a lit candle on there.
Yeah, I was saying it's great with the grain. Paul was saying with the grain going up. That's nice. Nice detail. What else we got here?
Arrowheads and palm tree and a flamingo.
Flamingo. Where did I miss a flamingo?
Right there. Second row up, second one in. No, below that. Down.
Oh, there it is. Still.
Yeah, there.
Normally, it's done second from. Never mind. Sorry.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I do everything backwards. That looks like it could be a Laura Irish pattern. She did a lot of North American or whatever designs.
Nice.
I do have a couple of. Yeah, I have a whole pattern book of hers.
Very nice. What is that? Never mind. You moved way too fast. I have no idea what I'm looking at. That's cool. No, that's okay.
I like that.
We're looking at your bird with the.
That's a hummingbird, isn't it?
Looks like a hummingbird, yeah.
The wood burning?
That's a hummingbird.
Well, no, it's it's got a piece of twine through it for like an ornament, I guess, but it's a bird.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know that one.
We got, y'all get a chance. We got some, not specific to Jessica, but somebody out there that can use some help.
Okay, no problem. Go ahead, Russ.
Well, no, we're looking at her stuff, so I won't wait till.
Hold on.
Your show, Charles. Tell me what to do.
Well, I think we've shown quite a bit. If y'all can remember Awesome Saw's designs, and like she said, she sells patterns. So if you're interested, go to her. By golly. And
I highly suggest you all go to her Facebook page. There's some nice stuff there.
I want to see 100 likes on there.
Already done.
By golly, I liked it last night, so I'm better than y'all. Just saying. Anyway, thank you again for being on, Jessica. But let me jump to Russ. We're technically at an hour, but I started a little bit late, so I'm gonna go ahead and let. You're welcome. Might have Mike came back just in time for the show to end. Oh, let me stop presenting. Blah 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 blah. Russ, go ahead and ask the questions.
Your Trash My Treasure has been kind of asking some questions over there, and I wanted to. He uses a, and I know everybody's going to hate me, or especially Sterling Davis is going to hate me for saying he uses a Harbor Freight scroll saw, which is a boat anchor.
Boat anchor.
Hey, yeah. if it does what you want it to do.
Yeah,
oh, so I never even asked.
Well, he said he back. I can't go back. I don't know if I can. Oh, here it is. I found it. He says, "Do I suck on the scroll saw because I'm using a Harbor Freight scroll saw? Because you're using a Harbor Freight scroll saw, you suck."
Okay, and they don't. Wow.
I'm just saying. I mean, I know some people, but here's my point, and let me explain this so I don't hurt any feelings. When you're starting out trying to use a scroll saw and you use something like a Harbor Freight or some of those lower end scroll saws, and don't get me wrong, I know people don't have a lot of money, so they're trying to get by, and I understand that totally. I totally do. But when you start out with that and you start trying to cut with it, you get frustrated very, very easy, because two things: you're trying to learn and you're using something that ain't that great. So the combination of the two frustrates people. So that's the reason I say that. Now, I think the Harbor Freight scroll saw can use unpinned blades. I'm not sure, but if you, it can use unpinned blades. So that's one of the things. Then he was asking about the other scroll saws, and that people were talking about the Excalibur, which I think Donna has. And so my suggestion to you, your Trash My Treasure, is to go to the DeWalt. Is a very, very, very good. I have one of them, and I love it to death. Matter of fact, I use it predominantly, but it's a very good scroll saw. You can. It's a DW788. You can find them on sale for as cheap as $499 with the stand and light, which is very, very, very cheap.
Yeah, in my opinion, DeWalt is the most popular middle of the road price wise saw. Excalibur and Hegner are considered high end, so to speak.
Yep. So
and the
I
new
would say
Seiko might be.
Change and go with a DeWalt. Now, he was talking about the difference. The Excalibur, the actual blade and the arm will tilt left to right, where the DeWalt, the table tilts. Now, if you want to go for a Mac Daddy, save up your money and go Excalibur. Actually, they don't even sell Excaliburs anymore.
Yeah, they do.
They do. They started.
I don't remember what show it was on, but somebody said they found a U.S. supplier. Yeah,
but the one that you want to is Seiko is selling their brand of Excalibur, and it's a very, very gets high ratings. And Steve Good likes it; he recommends it. So, but
Steve Good brought up a point before we went too far. We should ask Jessica what kind of scroll saw she
exactly
uses, and hope it's not a Harbor Freight.
Let me finish with because he's still out there listening. So, I would suggest the cheapest thing that you could go. I'm looking to see that there's some people answered. He's asking questions. The easiest way to go and look around for them on sale is the DeWalt 788 DW 788 scroll saw, and that would, to me, I highly recommend. I started teaching classes at the Rockler in Orlando, and I've sold more scroll saws than they have sold in the last year since I've been teaching classes.
And they don't give you any dang commission either.
And they don't give me a commission. I've sold, I think the last count was 7. I've sold 7 scroll saws at that store.
Good Lord. You said Steve Good was in the chat, Paul?
No, I didn't say Steve Good. I was talking about Steve Good.
No, I thought
no,
Paul
I said Steve French.
Oh, Steve French.
Steve French mentioned that we should ask Jessica what kind of scroll saw she uses.
Yeah, I was going to ask her that. I was just letting Russ finish.
That too.
Jessica, what scroll saw do you use?
DeWalt.
We'll come back. DeWalt. Hey. She's with it. Sorry, Russ, if I interrupted you.
Hey, there is a DeWalt on eBay for $262 plus $60, shipping. It's a DW788 though.
Yeah. Another thing is Craigslist. I found one on, and I went. Actually, I went and bought one and gave it to somebody, my granddaughter. But I found one on Craigslist one time for like $200.
I found one on Craigslist for down in Florida for $150.
Yeah. See. So check your Craigslist in your local area. Porta cable, Sterling Davis saying Porta cable's not bad. Actually, that is ranked there of the lower end, fairly high. But do yourself a favor. You're trying to learn. Get. I highly recommend to all my students when I teach them. They come in and say, "What scroll saw do you recommend?" I highly recommend the 788. It doesn't break the bank. It's a great scroll saw, and it'll give you a chance to have fun while you're trying to learn rather than trying to battle the scroll saw.
And it also is sturdy enough to be a daily use saw. That's very important as well. And regarding the Harbor Freight thing, a lot of people, and I think Sterling can vouch for this, you don't realize what you don't have in a saw until you get a better one. And so that's some tools, it doesn't matter what brand or price you pay, but scroll saws are one of the tools that you do get what you pay for, unfortunately. So sometimes
Trash My Treasure asks, he says it's easy to change the blade. Very easy. Once you start using it, I'm going to tell you, you're going to go in there and you're going to set it up, you're going to use it, and the very first time you use it, you're going to fall in love with it. That's
you're
just
going to have angels.
Oh, I should have done this a time ago.
And that was karaoke with Charlie for tonight as opera. Next week will be.
I'm sorry I took so much time on that.
No, that's okay.
When I see somebody out there, and because like I said, I'm teaching classes, and I've had so many people ask me, and they'll come up to me and says, "We know you're here," like they're whispering, "We know you're here at Rockler, but what kind of saw do you really recommend?" And I'm like, "The one right in front of you that we're using in class, 788." They go like, "No, What one do you recommend? The one right in front of you.
No, we're friends here. Tell us. Come on.
Now, I hate to say this, and well, since it's your show, I can say it because they might watch my show.
Oh, you son of a ding dong.
They have me using those crappy Olsen blades, and I hate Olsen blades.
I can talk smack on your show.
I would rather use the Flying Dutchman any day, and that's another thing. Your Trash My Treasure. If you're wanting to get some good blades, definitely get the Flying Dutchman blades. You'll love them. You'll fall in love with them too. That'll be another one of those moments.
Yeah, that's another thing we didn't ask Jessica. Do you have a go-to blade style and or brand?
Olsen double tooth.
Oh, no.
It's so cute.
I'll get with you on Facebook and PM me, and I'll send you some Flying Dutchman scroll saw blades, and I'll bet you right now, I'll bet you $20 the first time you use them, you're gonna go to me and say, "Where do I get them?" Because I'm tired of them damn Olsons.
Well, what's awesome is look what that look.
Try the
Look
other
what
one.
that, well, look what that
Pegasus
says about
one?
Jessica, though. Look what that says about her. She does great work with crappy blades.
Well, yeah, that's true.
So, my God, now it's going to be an angel moment when you get better blades.
He's got a good scroll saw that's taking up half of the thing.
Yeah, she's going to be over there cutting. Oh my God! I'm so glad Charles had his show.
He's never offered to send me scroll saw blades, Jessica.
That ain't no kidding.
I would like to try them.
Your Trash My Treasure already says that he's using Flying Dutchman scrolls. Then you get the DeWalt and you'll be set to go, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she does want to try Flying Dutchman. Just remember, Jessica, even though Russ offered it, it was on my show that it happened. So remember me, please.
Sterling Davis says he likes Pegasus now, and I just give me 1 second.
Pegasus is Pegas for those that might be interested in looking it up. I don't know who sells them.
Okay, so can I get this straight? So if we PM Russ, he'll send us free blades. Is that what I heard?
Blades and money.
All she's got to do is tell him she don't like them. He'll give her $20 and she go buy her a set.
Yeah.
You can PM me and ask for them all day long. Do I send them? Hell no.
But I'll tell you right now, he'll be more than happy to send you some sawdust.
But Bearwood Supply has come on board as my sponsor, and just got my first
Pegasus blades.
Pegasus
They're
blade.
not spiral.
No, they're not spiral.
They've got to be spiral. That's another thing we didn't ask Jessica. Jessica, have you ever used a spiral blade?
Yes, I have. I prefer the straight ones.
Okay. I love my spiral. She has tried spiral, but I think she prefers her straight ones, right?
Straight ones, flat blade. Yeah, they're flat blades roll. So anyway,
spirals.
I got my first Pegasus, and I'm going to be trying them out and doing a little. Probably end up doing a video for Bearwood and putting it out there. I got my first Pegasus blades, and I'm really, really happy. They sent me the modified geometry.
Well, that's the ones that Steve Good talks about. Yeah, modified geometry.
Would you think they would send me anything less than what Steve Good uses?
Oh no, of course not.
So,
I'm rusty.
Yeah. So anyway, modified geometry. I'm going to try them, and like I said, Sterling likes them out there. So Sterling Woodcraft carries them, but Bearwood is my sponsor, and so Bearwood's World Rules.
All right. Well, we are 25 viewers of my eyesight's working right. Appreciate every one of y'all for being there and participating. And I'm tickled to death that we got Jessica more active in the community, and I know all of us are willing to help if she needs any help regarding advice and opinion.
I can't help her. She's got more experience than I got.
Well, that's true. Jessica,
3 years.
Jessica Russ Meadows might need some of your advice, but I may send you a lot of friend request, not friend requests, because I've already sent you one. But I may suggest a lot of friends for you, that people that are in the community. You can accept or decline. I'm just, whatever. But some of them will be people on this panel. But hopefully, they will have already sent you a friend request because they're nice people. You can't tell by watching the show, but they are. Anyway, we have 24 viewers. Thank you, Jessica, for being on, and very excited to have you in the community. You're welcome. Very excited to have you in the community, and I hope my little measly show here helped a little bit as far as getting your name out there and maybe even some pattern sales. Sterling Davis sounded like he was interested. We have Al Forte, Chris Ahern, Jessica Bame. I'm not used to saying that, so I had to stop and think. Miter Mike, Paul Corliss, what's his face, and Russ Meadows. Russ, I had to go with it.
I'm glad it's not Cuckoo Host.
I would just like to say one more thing. Russ Meadows said, "Yeah, get him at Woodcraft." But yes, yes, Sterling. But I get mine free.
Show
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
What a shot!
So you can share the wealth.
Does that mean you're going to send us all? No.
I'd love to.
He got his
Of course, we're
sawdust.
so wise, so
Lots
the
of
free just
sawdust.
stopped.
Just give me sawdust. No, let me give you some sawdust. I got plenty of sawdust. All my
got plenty of
friends send me, and it's from everywhere.
Something like that.
Throw it out in the trash.
Oh,
You
But
got
not-
to keep that.
some high
But
quality
not
stuff
while I'm on the air.
That was some high quality sawdust.
My God. And
Mine was
Donna's even
from
had
free.
pink stuff. We're thinking about you, Donna. I hope you're able to come back at some point. But I know you won't stay off your feet for 3 weeks. So, once again, I'm going to go down the line. We got Al Forte, Chris Ahern, Jessica Bang, Miter Mike, poor Corliss. Poor Collis. Paul Corliss, Russ Meadows, Russ Clarity. I am Charles Deering. By God, thank y'all for watching, and scroll on.